This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It is a 2004 Ford F-250 Crew Cab Short Bed. It's a 6.0 turbo diesel. It's four-wheel drive. It's a Lariat, which is leather. Has 177,784 actual miles. It was a dealer trade-in to Riverside Toyota in the LA area, and I was there a couple weeks ago and purchased it. We bring them here. We do an inspection. It looks like this. Nice truck. Windshield was replaced. It had a crack. Tailgate, I don't know what that is. Tailgate cap. Oh, the black cap on top of the tailgate. And a detail. Well maintained. See Carfax. I'll show you the Carfax in a second. I'll show you the Kelley Blue Book in a second. We'll go on a ride. Whenever I point out cosmetically, you can check out even in more detail using the magnifying glass icon, I'm sorry, in the photo gallery. Just drag it over a photo and then zoom in. Like, there's a little ding right here. You can look at that. It's kind of like being right up against the truck when you use that. It's got some fading on the back of the hood there. It's got some fading on the roof that someone has painted, but it's on the roof of a gigantic truck, so unless you're Shaquille O'Neal, I don't think it's going to matter. These are 35s, very aggressive tread pattern. This is one of those trucks where if you do buy it and you want to drive it home, it's going to be a noisy ride home. I haven't driven it yet, but I can guarantee it's going to go that type of thing, right? So just know that. I know it runs and drives well, but it's going to be loud because of those tires. You can get 35s with less aggressive tread pattern, less of an off-road tread pattern. It won't make as much noise, but they don't look as cool. And for in town, they're fine. But I think when you're going 80, it might be a little, see that? Expensive tires though, really expensive. Got a little bit of that fading going on here on the bedside. Cosmetically, it's a pretty good looking truck, but it's not perfect. Please go, if cosmetics matter to you, please make sure you go over the photos and stare at stuff that has some interest to you. I do know that at some point somebody's changed out the bumper. The reason I know that is it's got a parking sensor deal on the dash and no parking sensors in the bumper, so obviously it's not going to have parking sensors. Why that's the case, I don't know. Probably because one of the parking sensors broke, and retail they're about $250, and if you start plugging new ones in, inevitably others will break, and it's smarter just to do away with it. We don't like to even touch parking sensors because of that, because they tend to get more expensive as you go. So that's probably what the previous owner did. All right, let's see. 177,806 miles. All right, get a little help here under the hood. All right, Ford stamp there, so you got an original fender. Ford stamp there. There's the Ford stamp on the hood, Ford stamp on the fender, so you got original fenders. There's the Ford stamp on the core support. You got very little blow-by. That's the most important part under the hood. All right. It's hot, so I asked him to help because I don't feel like standing out here in the swamp. It is about 102 and about 60% humidity, which in Georgia may not be a big deal, but here we're kind of used to like not any humidity. July, early August sucks. All right, so the seat goes up and down and forward and back, tilt up and down, up and down. That works fine. Feels like an empty bag. I don't think the full manual's in there. Seats look good. Doors look good, no rust. All right, as I promised, let's show you the Kelley Blue Book right there. Short bed Lariat crew cab with 177,784 miles. Typical listing price for this truck would be $14,086, so basically $14,100, with a range of $11,100 to $14,800. Boy, $14,800 seems low on this truck. I've been watching things go through the roof lately for dealers, and I think a lot of dealers would pay that for this truck. History affecting this vehicle's value. So they basically, Carfax blends the Kelley Blue Book and the history, and they come up with a value of $15,280. Okay, there's the VIN right there. No accidents, no damage reported. I did this Carfax 628 of 19. Yikes, I missed the first page. There we go. So there you go here. Good dealer services, my guys, right? Look at this one. That's a lot of stuff going on there. That's cool. That Camelback Ford in Phoenix. Wow, look at all the good, they did really good services here. Which would be why it drives so good. Look at all the services. It was consistently serviced in Arizona and in California. And it was a Toyota Riverside, and we bought it from them. Right? There you go. All right, a little bit of a, that's a stain, that's not a tear. You could probably dye that if you cared. I don't think anybody should do anything with this thing except, it used to have a DVD player in it, but they stole it before it got here. So there you go. So we put a little plug in there. We were gonna do the whole headliner, but you know what? I think it looks fine, and that gives it a person an opportunity to put one in easily if they want one. Let's pull that panel out and you're done. Obviously, Arizona, California, you're not gonna see rust, but I'm still gonna show you. Here's the VIN on the column. On the B pillar, I'm sorry. That's what that is, the B pillar. Alright. Mirrors out, in, down, up. Out, in, up, and down. Alright. Seat forward. Seat back. Seat up. Seat down, tilt up and down, rear up and down. That all works fine. Tilt wheel, that works good. All right, let's get some air conditioning in. It's freaking hot. And I know my guys just charged the air conditioning about 10 minutes ago. They know how I get pissed off when it's not ice cold. They're like, it's cold, but it's not ice cold. I'm like, I want ice cold. So there you go. That's nice. That would be ice cold. See, that's what I wanted. It's got an aftermarket radio, obviously Sony. You do have a USB port over here. It does say Bluetooth right here also. No, I don't know how to work it, so whatever. Anyway, there's the pedals up and down. That's down. That's up. Like I said, it's got a button for parking sensors, but they removed them because there's no parking sensors in the bumper. So at some point, somebody's replaced that, right? All right, let's see. What am I gonna do here? Neutral, go for low. There's 4x4 and low up here on the dash. Go drive. It's a big boy right here. And reverse. That's in for low. Now we're gonna go for high. For low range goes away. Now we're in for high. Drive and reverse. Perfect. All right, neutral. Then we're gonna go two-wheel drive. Four-wheel drive goes away. Let's go for a ride. All right. If you come to Tucson, drive it home, which you're welcome to do. I would say probably all I could deal with, based on what I'm seeing on tires, is probably a trip to Phoenix. I think San Diego would be a long damn ride on those big tires. but you're welcome to drive it to Maine if you want. If you do come here to drive it home, you'll pay the following. You'll pay your state tax rate, whatever that is, plus our city of 2.6% and a $250 dock fee. Very simple. If you pay by wire and ship out of state, all you're gonna pay is agreed upon price and that's it. There'll be no tax, no dock fee, nothing. If you are gonna pay by wire and ship out of state, once we receive full payment, we'll fill out the title with your name or your company's name and address. We will sign it off to you, we will scan it into your online file, and we will mail it to you. We even scan in the envelope we mail it in, okay? You'll have the truck shipped to you. The title will already be in the mail before it even ships out, so you'll have the title first. The truck will show up by your shipper, and once it shows up, you'll just take the title you got in the mail and the truck that you just had delivered to you to your local motor vehicles and get plates. It's very simple, okay? What else? Deposit. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. Until then, this truck will stay for sale, okay? Once we have a deposit of $500, we will put your name in a banner. Actually, it's not that loud. It's just big, real big. Once we receive that deposit, you know, it'll be yours, and we'll put your name in a banner over the truck at wheelkinetics.com, and you and the world will know that it's yours, okay? So get that deposit in, all right? What else? At the end of every video, if you watch every video I've ever done, last 2 or 3 minutes, I'll say the same thing about every single video, about every vehicle in every video. We don't have salesmen. We don't have bottled water with our name on it. We don't have a lounge to hang out in. We don't have granola bars and scones and popcorn machines and massage chairs like they've got at Precision Toyota down the street. Therefore, you don't have to pay for them, because guess what? When you go and buy a brand new car and get all that free stuff, it's in the price of the car, okay? It's sort of like the free cocktail in Vegas, when the cocktail gal comes up and says, oh, would you like a free cocktail, a complimentary cocktail, after you lost $5 grand? Yeah, it's not complimentary, you paid. It's the same thing. You don't pay for that, so we don't have the price pumped up for that. We also have the price pumped up for future repairs. They know at those dealerships that do this that you're coming back if there's a window motor broken, or you know, who knows, something breaks, and so they have to price in future repairs. They know that, so they do that. We don't, because the day you own it, you're the owner, and we are not repairing the truck, okay? We give you lots of information so that you can make a good decision and be the owner on day one. We also save you a bunch of money for not charging you for all that stuff. So if something breaks, and if it is on day one, you can afford to fix it because you saved a bunch of money, all right? If that doesn't work for you, we ain't got anything for you. Our yard happens to be packed right now, so we really need to move vehicles quickly. My brother's being very aggressive with his pricing right now. We've got so many cars coming in right now, trucks mostly coming in. Obviously, trucks take up a lot of space, and we don't have any room. So because we don't have salesmen and all that crap, because we don't charge you for future repairs on your vehicle, and because we're out of space, the price is going to be pretty nice. So be ready to fire away, be ready with your deposit. I think that's about it. School started today, so I got to be really careful. I've been going by schools here, and I don't really like doing that with a camera in my hand. So I'm kind of driving like a grandpa right now, but it's like it's about 4 in the afternoon, so I guess it's okay. But there's another school right here. I'm gonna find a new route tomorrow. I don't like that. Anyway, I think that's about it. Thank you for your time.